Hello everyone, welcome to Read It, Watch It More, the channel where we explore fascinating topics in psychology, science, and culture. I'm your host, Mr. Amer, and today we're going to talk about dark psychology. What is dark psychology? How does it affect us and others? And how can we protect ourselves from its dangers? These are some of the questions we'll try to answer in this video. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest uploads. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Dark psychology is a term that refers to the study of the darker aspects of human behavior. It is a relatively new field that's still being explored, with scientists trying to comprehend all its complexities. What we do know, however, is that dark psychology encompasses everything from criminal behavior and serial killers to manipulation and self-destructive tendencies. This makes it an incredibly fascinating area of study that can teach us a great deal about ourselves as humans. One of the main concepts in dark psychology is the dark triad, which is a group of 3 personality traits that are often found together in individuals who exhibit manipulation, callousness, and a lack of empathy or sympathy. These traits are narcissism, psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. Narcissism is a personality disorder characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance and a preoccupation with oneself. Narcissistic people tend to view others merely as extensions of themselves, and they may be overly focused on their achievements or appearance. In addition, they often have unrealistic expectations of others, demanding that everyone devote their attention to them and recognize their worth at all times. Psychopathy is a personality disorder characterized by a lack of remorse, guilt, or empathy for others. Psychopathic people tend to be cold, callous, and ruthless, and they may use violence or aggression to achieve their goals. They also have a low tolerance for frustration and boredom, and they may seek thrill and excitement at the expense of others. Machiavellianism is a personality trait characterized by a cynical and manipulative approach to interpersonal relationships. Machiavellian people tend to use deception, coercion, and persuasion to influence and control others for their own benefit. They also have a high degree of self-interest and a disregard for moral or ethical principles. While all 3 traits are frequently encountered in one individual, they can also exist independently of one another. Individuals with any combination of these traits can be perilous and should be avoided. Dark psychology is not only about personality traits, but also about techniques and strategies that people use to exploit and harm others. Some of the most common examples of dark psychology techniques are gaslighting. This is a form of psychological abuse that involves making someone doubt their own reality, memory, or sanity. The abuser may lie, deny, or distort the truth, and make the victim feel confused, insecure, and crazy. Love bombing. This is a form of manipulation that involves showering someone with excessive attention, affection, and praise in order to make them feel special and dependent on the manipulator. The manipulator may then use this emotional bond to control, isolate, or exploit the victim. The foot in the door technique. This is a form of persuasion that involves asking someone for a small favor and then gradually increasing the requests until they agree to a larger one. The idea is that once someone has agreed to a small favor, they are more likely to comply with bigger ones due to a sense of consistency and reciprocity. The door in the face technique. This is a form of persuasion that involves asking someone for a large favor and then reducing the request to a smaller one. The idea is that once someone has rejected a large favor, they are more likely to agree to a smaller one due to a sense of guilt and concession. The fear then relief technique. This is a form of persuasion that involves inducing a state of fear or anxiety in someone and then offering them a way to relieve it. The idea is that once someone has experienced a negative emotion, they are more likely to agree to a request due to a sense of gratitude and relief. These are just some of the many examples of dark psychology techniques that people may use to manipulate and control others. They can be used for any number of purposes, from getting someone to buy a product they don't need to convincing them to commit a crime. Conclusion. Vice. Dark psychology is a dangerous tool that can be used to manipulate and control people. It's essential to be aware of its dangers and learn how to protect yourself from its influence. There is also hope for those prone to using dark psychology to influence others. Some of the ways to overcome or prevent dark psychology tendencies are: seeking professional help. If you or someone you know suffers from a personality disorder or a mental health issue that makes you more susceptible to dark psychology, you should seek professional help from a therapist or a counselor. They can help you understand and manage your condition and provide you with the support and guidance you need. Developing self-awareness and empathy. If you want to avoid falling into the trap of dark psychology, you should develop your self-awareness and empathy. Self-awareness means being honest and realistic about your own strengths and weaknesses and recognizing how your actions affect others. Empathy means being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes and understanding their feelings and perspectives. By developing these skills, you can improve your relationships and avoid hurting or exploiting others. Educating yourself and others. If you want to protect yourself and others from the influence of dark psychology, you should educate yourself and others about its signs and symptoms. You should also learn how to spot and resist the techniques and strategies that manipulators use to deceive and coerce you. By being informed and vigilant, you can avoid becoming a victim or a perpetrator of dark psychology. Dark psychology is a fascinating and complex topic that can reveal a lot about human nature and behavior. It can also be a powerful and dangerous weapon that can cause a lot of harm and suffering. That's why it's important to be aware of its existence and its effects, and to use it wisely and responsibly. Remember, knowledge is power, but with great power comes great responsibility. Thank you for watching this video on the definition of dark psychology. I hope you found it interesting and informative. If you did, please leave a comment below and let me know what you think. And if you have any questions or suggestions for future topics, feel free to share them as well. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of our latest uploads. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. This is Mr. Amr, signing off for Reddit. Watch it more. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.